Hello, my name is Adam Whyte. I'm a ST5 general adult and older age psychiatry, and this is my colleague.
Hi, I'm Dr. Helen Lee, ST7 in old age psychiatry.
And today we're presenting our poster on Testing the Testers, a survey of medical trainees' knowledge of the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, aka the MOCA. So we devised a study to investigate how accurately trainees score the MOCA and to explore whether training has any effect on the scoring of said MOCA. So in terms of our method, we showed a video of a mock MOCA to trainees in December 2019, and we got 16 junior doctors to score this video of a mock administration. And then we repeated the task in January 2020 with 14 of the same trainees after they'd received a formal training session on the MOCA to explore whether this had a positive impact on the scoring of the task. So in terms of results, the correct score in both administrations was 20 out of 30 in both December and January. And in December 2019, the range of scores was between 18 and 25, with a mean score of 21.4 and a standard deviation of 1.73. After we administered the training session and repeated the task in January 2020, the range was from 19 to 25, with a mean score of 20.6 and a standard deviation of 1.49. So our task basically highlighted that there was an improvement in the scores and the range and standard deviation of the scoring of the MOCA with formal training, but it highlighted that there was a huge variation between the cohorts, dependent on whether they had received any training in the task or not. So I'll hand over to Helen to discuss our questions.
Thank you. So question 1. Our study isn't one of reliability or validity of the MOCA per se, rather the accuracy with which it is applied in a population of trainee medics. We're taking at face value the highly replicated findings showing that the MOCA itself is both sensitive and specific, with a high degree of inter-rater reliability. We think that the most relevant of these to our study is inter-rater reliability, but this is usually calculated by how much agreement there is between two usually very experienced raters over multiple different applications of the MOCA. However, our study looked at one application of the MOCA by multiple different raters, and we weren't able to find a study doing a similar thing in the literature. Question 2. As you might expect, at the moment, with remote consultations becoming more the norm, there's been a lot of interest in comparing the paper and electronic versions of many tests, including the MOCA. And quite a few studies have shown a high degree of reliability between the two. There is no reason to suspect that this would be different in our population. However, it's probably worth pointing out that the published studies have used raters who are highly experienced clinicians. Areas of the test which may provide a more accurate score on the electronic version are the serial 7s, which is marked by the electronic device, and the addition of all the sub-scores, including whether the person gets an extra point for education. They're both done for you in the electronic version, thus eliminating the chance of a simple error of arithmetic when calculating the total score. Other areas of the scoring are, we think, subject to similar likelihood of errors across the tests. In addition, our study only looked at scoring and not administration of the test. The electronic version prompts the tester to use the exact wording from the rubric, which may result in more reliable scoring. Question 3. The answer to this is yes, we would like to include it in future teaching sessions, but there'll be a legal and financial consideration because the mocatest.org body are requiring that everyone who administers the MOCA completes their training, and that's going to be instituted in the near future. Thank you very much for listening.